Has anyone ever given you bad advice before? You're not alone. But what made you realize it was bad advice in the first place? Was it a gut feeling, a pang of doubt, or a light bulb moment where a better answer suddenly came to you? We all receive a fair share of wisdom from friends, family, and the occasional self-help book. Sometimes, though, it's the road less traveled that leads to the most exciting destinations. So let's dive headfirst into some conventional wisdom that you might be better off not taking to heart, and why. Money can't buy happiness. We've all heard the saying, money can't buy happiness, but let's face it, the world is like a persistent salesperson, always trying to convince us otherwise. Sure, not everyone dreams of being a CEO or having a gold-plated yacht. Often, building personal wealth can feel like a slow, frustrating uphill climb. But let's be real, financial insecurity and instability are much worse for mental health. Yes, money doesn't guarantee happiness, but having enough to cover the basics and enjoy a few luxuries certainly helps us find it faster and easier. In the end, it's all about striking a balance between financial comfort and our other priorities in life. Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it seems like good advice to build confidence and go after what you want, right? But be careful not to buy too much into this idea because it overlooks the value of time and effort in achieving success. All the greats put in the work to learn, practice, and fail consistently before mastering their craft. True confidence isn't built on a shaky foundation of pretending, but rather on a dedication to learning, stumbling, and rising again. Follow your passion above all else. Passion is often hailed as the golden ticket to happiness and fulfillment in life. But what if I told you there's more to the story? Sure, having something you're passionate about is great, but blindly pursuing it without considering practicality and sustainability will leave you burnt out and eventually resenting the very thing you love. Take Emilia Clarke's advice for aspiring actors, for example. She says not to become an actor unless you're absolutely sure, because most of being an actor is being unemployed. If there's anything else you can do that would bring you joy, do that instead. Align your passion with your purpose, balance it with pragmatism, and you'll find yourself on the road to more fulfilling endeavors. Success means doing it alone. In a world that glorifies self-made success stories, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing you have to go it alone. But here's a reality check behind every triumph. There's a team, mentors, collaborators, and loved ones cheering you on. Thinking that success means doing it alone will make your journey harder and the destination much less sweet when you reach it. Don't be afraid to lean on others and learn to ask for help when you need it. Surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. In the words of Helen Keller, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Never give up. Ever heard of the sunk cost fallacy? It's like ordering a terrible meal but finishing it because you've already paid. Life can be a bit like that too. When we're stuck in a bad situation, sometimes we don't cut our losses and move on, but continue to cling stubbornly to a sinking ship. Sure, resilience is important, but so is knowing when to change course and quit while you're ahead. It's okay if your business fails or your relationships end. No matter how hard you try, you can't force things to work out. The good news is that life is constantly moving forward, and when one door closes, another always opens. Instead of never giving up, learn to pivot and adapt. Avoid failure at all costs. We've always been fed the idea that failure is the sworn enemy of success, right? Let me let you in on a little secret. Failure isn't the end of the world. In fact, plenty of the most successful people on the planet have failed more than a few times in their lives before soaring to greatness. Walt Disney faced rejection and bankruptcy before turning his dreams into reality. Steve Jobs was once shown the door by the very company he founded. Even the iconic Beatles were initially rejected by a record label. Failure isn't a full stop, it's a comma in the sentence of your autobiography. Embrace failure as a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. In the wise words of Michael Jordan, I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Remember, life is not a one-size-fits-all journey, and the advice that works for one person might not resonate with another. In a world brimming with well-meaning suggestions and conventional wisdom, it's important to think for yourself and question authority. After all, the most fulfilling parts of life are often the ones you forge yourself.